Comedy.
I hear you, Mr. Bunn. I hear you.
All right, so we have Zach Renner with stand-up comedy.
Give him a hand.
Nice timing. So this can go one or two ways. I can use these, or I can just make jokes upon who's here.
Cards.
Read the cards!
I guess everyone is reading. Johnny's teacher wanted to make a sentence using the following words: defeat, the duck, defense, and detail. So Johnny says, defeat of the duck went over defense before detail. What's the difference between chopped beef and pea soup?
I don't know.
Everyone can chop beef, but not everyone can pea soup. I mean, you can, you just don't want to go through with it. A new teacher makes use of her psychology skills. First day of school, she asked them, anyone who thinks they're stupid, please stand up. A few seconds later, Johnny stands up and the teacher asks him, do you think you're stupid? And Johnny says, no, but I hate to see you standing up there by yourself. Little Johnny gets teased by neighborhood boys for being stupid. Their favorite joke is to give him his choice between a nickel and a dime. Johnny always takes the nickel. One day, after he takes the nickel, a neighborhood man pulls him aside and says, don't you know they're making fun of you? Don't you know that dime is worth more than a nickel even though the nickel's bigger? And Johnny says, well, if I took the dime, they would stop, and so far I've made $20. Give me a second here, I'm sorry. Now these are some of my favorite neck jokes, and when I tell these, you know who you are. If you use a piece of bread as a napkin, you might be a redneck. If your doctor prescribes you moonshine as a painkiller, that would be totally awesome. If you ever worn a tube top to a wedding, oh my. If you've ever headbutted the vending machine, you are brain dead. I mean, you know what I'm talking about, like there's this dangler up against the glass. I know some of you have tried that. I know I have, so I'm a total hypocrite, I know that. According to your birth certificate, your dad's name is X. What was that? Get out of here, Mr. Kirkendall. If you've ever been paid in tomatoes, you are SOL. If your wife's phone number begins with 1-900, if you buy a police scanner to keep up with your family, if you've ever cooked with WD-40, if your mom goes shopping with hair rollers and no shoes. Now, there is one that is not on these cards. Is that right?
Yes. Oh my God.
Okay. A woman just gave birth to her 12th son, and the doctor is just in shock, so he asks her, what are you going to name this one? She says, Joe. And the doctor says, you named the last 11 Joe. Since I know it's great, I say, Joe, come for dinner. They all come for dinner. I say, Joe, clean your room. They all go clean the room. The doctor says, well, what do you say if you just want one of them? And the lady says, I just call them by their last name. Mr. Bun, this last one is obviously clean. Lady just rushes home and asks her husband to pack up because she just won the lottery. And the husband says, well, should I pack for cold weather or warm? She says, doesn't matter, just be out of the house by noon. That's my time.